So I saw a Malayalam movie. It's one of the highest grossing Malayalam movies of all time. The movie has made around 200 crores Indian rupees, which is like the highest grossing Malayalam film of all time. It's called Manjummel Boys. The film was directed by Chidambaram. Chidambaram has made other films. He made a movie called Jane Man, which was a comedy. Now, Manjummel Boys is not a comedy. It's a very very serious movie. It's a real story about a man who got trapped in a cave, in a mountain cave, and his friends are trying to do the best to rescue him. It's one of it's a beautiful movie. It's a beautiful story. It's about friendship. It's about sacrifice. It's about being brave and bold. And like I said, it's about friendship between men, and men being men helping each other, risking their own lives to save their friend. It's a great movie about masculinity. It's a great movie about it's filled with testosterone. It's a great movie. The story, like I said, is about a group of friends who are on a boys trip, and one of their friends, they get into an isolated cave where they're not allowed to go in, but then they do, and they risk their lives, and one of their friends get trapped inside the mountain. He falls deep into the mountain, unable to speak, unable to move. He's completely injured, broken bones and everything. He's bleeding from everywhere, and his friends, his best friends, are out there, his soulmates. They do their best to gain attention, to ask people for help. They go to police station. They ask the mountain army officers for help, and the police officers, they act as Indian police officers who would beat up people just for asking or questioning the authority. So the police officers start beating them as soon as they say their friend is trapped in the restricted area. And the police, they're fed up with these kind of tourists who do stupid shit and get stuck in places. So and then the police and the fire force, they join hands and with the boys whom they hate. The police officers hate them for ruining their day and making their day a mess. The movie takes place in 2006, so it's an old story. There are no cell phones, no mobile phones, no iPhone came out in 2018 or 2005 maybe. It's not popular, not everybody has a cell phone, so it's really hard to gain attention of police officers to ask for help and everything. So ultimately the police do come and they do help, and one of the boys, the leader, the older gentleman, he decides to help his best friend by going inside the dangerous cave, where there is no light, there's filled with bats, and it's a horrible place to be. But then he goes in for his friend and he helps his friend out. That's the entire story. So if you watch the trailer, you would get the entire story. This is not a spoiler. So the making of the movie, the visual effects, there are visual effects in the movie. I believe there are visual effects where the man falls into the cave, the places he hits. It's like John Wick 3. In John Wick 3, there is a scene where John Wick falls from the building. He hits in one place, the other place, and then he falls down and he's hurt. So it's the same thing where he falls through the hole, through the cave, hitting the places, hitting the mountain slabs. It's awful. And then this movie completely takes place in an isolated location. You do feel the claustrophobic effect that takes place inside your mind. Like you feel claustrophobic just by watching these friends go inside the cave. And the cave itself, the outer side of the cave itself, it's like a huge set. Either they shot it in the real location, which I believe is true, or they made an entire new set, which I don't think is true. I believe they went to the real place and shot it in the real place. If you know where they shot it, please let me know in the comments. Like I said, it's a beautiful movie, and the actors, Saubin Shahir, who is the lead, who is the older gentleman in the film, he produced the film as well. This is a movie that he produced through his Parava Films production house. And his acting, he's one of the best actors right now in Tamil, in Malayalam film industry. As good as Fahad Fasil, as good as any other actor that in Malayalam film industry. He's been doing smaller films. He did Parva, he did many other films. He did Sudani from Nigeria, or Nigeria. I don't remember the name exactly, but then he has done lots of good movies, and his entire His entire collection of filmography is awesome. The way he performs in this movie as well, he's okay showing his, he's bald and he's okay showing his hair. He's okay making fun of himself. He's fine with all that. He's a great actor. The other actors as well, all the other actors, Ganapati. Wait, I'll name the actors. So Sauban Shah, there is Srinath Basi. Srinath Basi is the person who falls into the cave. His acting was, he's awful in, when he does interviews. He's awful. He curses at people. He makes shitty remarks about the interviewer. He's awful when it comes to interviews, but then in the movie he's great. He's a great actor. Balu Varghese he plays a kind of a loud mouth kind of a guy. Ganapati is another actor. There's Lal Jr. There are so many other actors. There's like 12 or 15 of them. Great actors. They all performed really well. They performed their heart out. It was excellent when it comes to performance of. There are no female characters. There are very few female characters. I believe there are two female characters. One is a lady is in the tea shop, and then the other is the mother of the person who falls into the cave. Her performance was awesome as well. Towards the end of the movie, there is a very emotional scene where the mother, initially she curses at Mr. Sauban Shahar, the senior gentleman, for taking her son, and he fell into. They lied about it. They said he fell into a waterfall. That's how he got hurt. But then, so his mother starts cursing at Sauban Shahar, but then towards the end she realizes through the newspapers and through news that he sacrificed his life to save. He risked his own life to save her son, and that entire emotional third act was, towards the end was great. The music that supported. I have to talk about the music. The music was made by Sushin Shyam. Sushin Shyam has done other movies. He made Avesham. He has done other films. He's done lots of movies with Sauban Shahar. I believe even Parva. The music is awesome. The songs are great as well. Not just the background score, but then the songs are beautiful. The first song, where they dance in the marriage. There's a marriage function happening, and these boys, they go there. They get drunk and they start dancing and causing. They cause problems because they are drunk boys. That's what drunk boys do. The editing is done by Vivek Harshan. He's done lots of movies. Shaiju Khalid did cinematography. Beautiful work from him. So Chidambaram has made the highest. Manjummel Boys is the highest closing Malayalam movie of all time, beating the records of Mammootty, Mohanlal, and all others. Anyway, this is one of the best Malayalam movies that I've seen in a while. It's not as good as 2008. There is a movie called 2008, which is about the 2008 floods that happened. It had Tovino Thomas. That movie was great. It was well made. I believe that movie is better than this one. 2008 is a better movie than Manjummel Boys because of the making and because of the effects and because of acting and everything. However, Manjummel Boys is the highest grossing movie, beating 2008. 2008, I believe, is the second highest grossing movie. So I would give this movie, Manjummel Boys, I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10. So like I said, it's a movie about friendship, it's about love, it's about sacrificing your own life for your friends, being a man. It's a great movie. It's definitely it's definitely a movie you should watch, whether you watch the dubbed version or the Malayalam version. Go for the dubbed version if you can't understand the Malayalam version. It's a good movie. Go watch it.